In my previous message about the life of Joseph, I shared about promise and process. Yes, there is a pleasure receiving a promise from God. And that exactly happened to Abraham and Sarah. When they received a promise from God, they laughed. There's a pleasure, there is gladness. But waiting for 25 years, that is painful. Before the promise fulfilled, it took 25 years of waiting. Like the life of Joseph, the process is so very painful. Why? Because his journey is from pit to prison and finally to the palace. But today, I want to share another angle of the story about the life of Joseph. There are 5 major points, and number 1, it rotates about or it evolves about family, the womb of destiny. Joseph was born in a broken, competitive family. His father Jacob favored him, causing jealousy among his brothers. But God can use even dysfunctional family to shape destiny. And God's purpose is not hindered by family faith. Second, faith, the furnace of testing. Joseph betrayed, sold, and falsely accused, yet he did not lose his faith in the midst of adversity. God sometimes hides purpose in the prison season, and through faith, trust God even when the dreams seems dead. Thirdly, fairness, the battle of choosing between good and evil. Joseph's story of justice in the midst of betrayal. Joseph was mistreated, yet God used Judah and Reuben to protect his life. Joseph's integrity in Potiphar's house proved his commitment to fairness and righteousness. Joseph showed fairness to his brothers later, not repaying evil for evil. And fourth, forgiveness, the healing of generations. Joseph forgave his brothers despite betrayal. His forgiveness broke generational curses. Forgiveness is the doorway to healing and restoration. And finally, fifth, freedom. The fruit of forgiveness is freedom. Joseph rose from prisoner to prime minister. He forgave his brothers, releasing generational healing. Freedom is not rising to power, but releasing past wound. Forgiveness opens the door to divine promotion. Overall, these 5 major points. At the end, the Bible says, Joseph told to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." In Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future." At the end, no matter what happens in our lives, God's purpose prevails.